Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Oh my God, my face is burnt. I just got done filming a video for my drama channel. I'm getting ready to take a nap here in a little bit. Alex went to go buy me a fan. I will tell you guys this later, the story, but it has been literally the longest day. It took us the entire day to check in, but we are finally in, and I just want to show you guys this room that we got. So this room is so fantastic. Are you ready for a really cool view? Okay, hold on a second. Look at this. Amaze balls. Look how beautiful that is. So, we are staying at the Fontainebleau in Miami. We've never stayed here before. And I'm gonna show you what the room looks like. So when you walk in, okay, there's a little bathroom in there. And then you walk in. We haven't unpacked or anything because we literally just got up to the room and I made a video, and Alex went to the Walgreens to get us some snacks and stuff. And then there's a TV and all that. And then there's like a little sitting area. And then bar stool. Look, there's a whole kitchen in here. Look at that. Would you just look at that? This is amazing. So this was like an Airbnb that we got. And I mean, it just gets even more and more incredible. Look at me. Look how much sun I got today on my legs. So this is our bedroom. And, then here's our bathroom. Huge shower. Toilet, bidet, bathtub. What is in here? A little closet. And then, oh, I forgot to show you something really quick. Oh, my husband's home.
Hi.
Hi. We also have a washer and a dryer. Oh, you are burnt, babe.
Am I?
Yeah. Okay. So let me show you. We have a little patio off of our, that's so cute, off of our bedroom. And this is our view. Look at that. It's the city of Miami. This is our hotel. The beach is right there. We are on the beach. And the water today, you guys, in the beach was absolutely incredible. I was telling Alex, I said, it's like...
Stunning.
Stunning! I got some sun. Look at my face.
I know you did. And then you were like, oh my God, like I'm not gonna get any sun.
It was the clearest that I have ever seen the water.
I'm not gonna get any sun today.
It was the clearest that I had ever seen.
I don't feel the heat.
It was the clearest that I had ever
You
seen.
don't feel the heat.
Shh.
It
It didn't feel very hot.
Hey, do you want to do a Walgreens haul?
No, we don't need to do a Walgreens haul.
Why not? Look, I got you like a little bottle.
Oh, you got us little water bottles for the beach. We can fill it up with water. How cool is that?
So I guess we will do a haul.
Look at that.
Protein
You
shake.
got protein shakes and you got popcorn.
I got 4 for $8 and 1 in the lobby of 8. So.
Okay, so Alex, today when we got here, we went to okay, this place is a little bougie, a little expensive. I mean, we've stayed in places that are just as nice, but the restaurant that we went to for coffee this morning, so Alex got a, what was it, a muscle milk drink, a Gatorade, and he got me an iced coffee, and it was $23. Oh, I was gonna show the patio out here. Then look at this little patio. Isn't that so cute? Look at that. Ah, the Miami moon. So this is probably where I'll be vlogging from later when Alex goes to bed. Oh, you brought me Pringles. You're so sweet. This is really a beautiful room. I'm loving it. Okay, you guys. I gotta get up, start putting up my video. I'm waiting for my phone to charge a little bit because I gotta take something off my phone to put up on the video. But, yeah. I will be back a little bit later. You wanna dance in the kitchen with me? What if this was our apartment in Miami? Would you be so happy?
Yeah.
And little Pee-Pee would be running around right now. I called Tanya today. Checked on the dogs.
Did you call her yesterday also?
I call her every day, but I asked her, she said Pee-Pee's doing fine. And he ate all of his dinner this morning, or all of his breakfast this morning. It's like really close to my face. Looks like a big tomato. And yeah. So she said Boo and Tucker are doing great. And that's about it. Okay, so I'm gonna relax for a little bit now. And then I will vlog later. Bye. Okay, I'm back. And I am sitting on the patio with the ocean and the city behind me. Look how white my hair gets and when I'm out in the sun. You guys, I got so burnt today. I am like burning up. And I'm currently uploading a video that I did for my Peter Mon drama channel. Alex is in bed watching Entertainment Tonight. And so I thought, I'm gonna vlog now. So when we come home from dinner and going out later, I don't have to vlog as much. And I can kind of just relax with Alex and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to tell you about my day, okay, first of all. So I got done vlogging last night and I came home and I got like my second wind. I could not fall asleep. And I hope you guys can hear this and the wind isn't too bad because it's not windy outside. It's really beautiful outside. The moon is right up there. It's so pretty. So I got my second wind and I came home and I finished packing and I got my vlog up, got everything done, and got the review that the cinnamon coke that I'm gonna do later in the week. Got everything up and everything done, and then I was like, I had like an hour and a half to sleep and I just like I couldn't sleep. And I got in my car and listened to my audiobook and drove around for another hour. I was like, I can't sleep. I'm like, I'm not tired. So I came home and I got like back at like 4 o'clock and then I was like dead tired. But then I only had like a half an hour to sleep because I had to get up at 4:30 to start getting ready. So I always do this to myself the night before. I need to like pack and have all my stuff done so that I can go to bed at like 9 o'clock and then sleep, because that's what Alex does. He goes to bed at like, I think he went to bed, well, I don't know what time he went to bed last night, I can't remember, but it was on the vlog because he texted me. So anyway, I need to get all my stuff done so I can go to bed at like 9 or 10 o'clock and then I can get a good night's sleep. So I got up and I like trimmed my beard and I shaved. I took a shower and we have to get like a new nozzle. Alex like got this special nozzle, it's like a rain nozzle for our shower, and it's like probably, I don't know, a year or two old, and something happened to like like the glue on it, so it's now spraying up under the top of the shower, so we need to get a new one. It's like one of those, I think it's like the water filter, like the pure water filter. I think it's like the same kind of thing, but it's really nice. It's the thing that they got for us. So anyway, that was like, I had to clean up the floor because it was like spraying out under the floor. Always something, you know. Anyway, my stomach right now literally feels crispy because I'm so burnt. I really didn't think I got this much sun today, you guys. I mean, it was sunny outside, but it was 86, but it didn't seem hot. It just seemed comfortable, you know. So we left for the airport, and then when I took a shower and I got ready, I was kind of like, I was like up, like I was awake. And so we drove to the airport, we checked in, got in just fine, and we went and got bagels because there's a Shapiro's, which is like a local deli. There's like one at the airport, so we each got bagels. I got a cinnamon raisin bagel, and Alex got a plain bagel with cream cheese. We sat there and ate it. We got some treats for the plane, and then we got on the plane, and the plane ride was fine, and he slept like the entire time, which he never usually does. I was gonna watch The Art of Racing in the Rain, but I didn't want to cry the whole way because it's one of my favorite books. And I haven't seen the movie yet, and they turned it into a movie, so I can't wait to see it. It's actually on demand in our room. So I got, now, we used to go to hotels all the time that didn't have on demand. Now all these hotels have on demand. It's interesting because this is like an Airbnb, but like a hotel room. Like you check in like a hotel room, and it's like an Airbnb, I don't know. Anyway, today the checking in process here has been hellacious. Hellacious. So anyway, Oh, I had like called before I came down here to see if they had a fan, because I can't sleep without a fan, right? Oh yeah, we have tons of fans, don't worry about it. I was like, okay. So it's not gonna be a problem getting a fan in my room. No, that's not gonna be a problem, don't worry about it. Something like that. So we get to Miami, and I am now exhausted, like exhausted. And I almost fell asleep like in the Uber ride from the airport to our hotel. So we get here, and it's like 10 o'clock. Probably 9:45. And if you have never been, so we're used to staying in like small boutique hotels. Like we stay like at the Victor Hotel in South Beach. It's like one of my favorite hotels. And it's small and whatever. Okay, this is like the Cosmopolitan, but on the beach. And it's very loud. And they were having like a day club at the pool today, which is fun. But it's just like, I'll have to show you tomorrow or when I walk around to the plane. It's like they have like row upon row upon row of chairs on like fake grass. You aren't even near the pool. And so we laid out by the, so we got here and everybody was checking out. They have like literally an entire conference room where they hold your luggage if you're checking in or checking out. And there are always people checking in and checking out. Oh, that plane in the background is kind of pretty. So, let me see where my video is. Okay, it's about halfway uploading. I have to upload it on my phone because the computer, the Wi-Fi here is too slow. So Alex is like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, okay, I need a coffee. I need a coffee and I need to sit down and just kind of relax for a little bit. So we went to this place, we got coffee, this coffee shop that they have in here. My friend stays here and she was like, it's very bougie, just so you know. And I was like, I mean, I've stayed at a lot of bougie places. I don't think it's gonna be that bougie. It's pretty bougie. But yeah, it's pretty bougie. They have like a gift shop in here that has like all high-end, high-end stuff that I'm sure is marked up. But anyway, but it's a gorgeous hotel. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's like 3 or 4 buildings, and then it all has like this pool in the center. And like one building is like the one we're in is really tall, and then that one's like shorter, and then there's this one over here is like round, kind of like a half circle, and then there's another one next to it, and then they're all on the beach, and then there's pools in the middle. There's like this ginormous pool, and there really wasn't anybody in the pool today. I couldn't believe it. There's like this ginormous pool, and then there's like a day pool, like where they have like a day club bar thing there. It wasn't even that busy. There's a lot of bachelor parties here and bachelorette parties here this weekend. So anyway, so we got the coffee. Okay, Alex got a, did I say this earlier? A Muscle Milk, a Gatorade, and an iced coffee for me, and it was $23. Can you believe it? So anyway, the iced coffee was good though. So, I mean, it held up. It was probably, in all honesty, better than Starbucks. So, I love that this place has a full kitchen. So we went out to the pool. We sat at the pool for a little bit after we got our coffee. And then Alex was like, I'm gonna walk out to the beach for a second. And I said, okay, and I just stayed in the chair. And he came back and I was like, how's the beach? He's like, it's beautiful. And he said it's really quiet out there, because I was like ready for some quiet, you know? The beaches in Miami hold their own to the Caribbean and Cancun and the Dominican Republic, especially the last couple times we've gone those places, because it's just they've had such horrible red tide and stuff. When I tell you that I walked down that beach today and I could not believe it, it was white sands, absolutely one of the cleanest beaches I have ever seen in my life. And all of these people hustling, working out there, putting up chairs and bringing food. The food on the beach was super cheap. Alex got chicken finger. He got like a kid's happy. It came like in a kid's happy meal. It was real cute. He got like kids chicken fingers and fries, and it was like a huge order, and it was $10. I got tortilla chips, guac, and salsa, and it was like really like nice guac and salsa and tons of chips, and it was $11. And I mean, I don't think that's bad for like a resort beach food. I think resort beach food is really like the Cosmopolitan. That probably would have been $25, you know. When like it's always, that food like that is always expensive. So the water is just, I mean, I put it on my Instagram story. It's some of the clearest water that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it is so clear. And y'all know I don't like the sharks and stuff like that. And I was out there the whole day. And it was so funny because there was this, like, these two women next to me. And I'm just, like, bobbing in the water and, like, diving under and stuff. And they were, like, probably 5 feet away from me. And I was talking, like, they were talking. And they had, one of them had a daughter with them that was, like she kind of got out further. I would say she's probably, like, 10 or 11. And she was getting, like, scared of, like, the water, like, in the ocean. And they were, like, talking to her. They were trying to, like, coax her out, and her mom was, like, holding on to her, and, like, right, she was being very sweet about the whole thing. And I was like, oh my God, that is so how I was as a little kid. But once I got, like, comfortable with it, I was, like, out in the ocean, I didn't mind. But I had, like, this fear of, like, what I couldn't see in the ocean. So anyway, I was like, so when I was, like, out there, like, we were right next to each other for probably, like, 20 minutes. And so when I went back up to, like, talk to Alex, or to lay down next to Alex, I was like, oh, there's this little girl out there, and her mom and her, I think it was her aunt. Her mom and aunt were, like, so sweet because they were like, oh, come on, you can make it out here, you can do it, or whatever. And I said, it totally reminded me of when I was a kid. So, okay, I had to go to Walgreens tonight to look for a fan. I'll tell you about that in a second. And when I came back, they got off the elevator and they were, like, dressed, like, to go to dinner. Like, it was, like, one of them and their husband, and then, like, the other woman, and then, like, 2 kids. And they were, like, getting off the elevator when I was getting on to go up. And they were, like, going to dinner or something. And she just stopped and looked at me, and I was like, oh, she notices me from the water. And she goes, are you Peter Mon? And I go, yeah. And she goes, oh my God, we watch all of your videos. And she was like, she was talking to her friend. She's like, oh my God, she's like, it's him. And the other woman was like, rock on, gold dust woman. So Brittany and Daria, if you're watching it, hey, how are you? They were so sweet. They were like, oh my God, we watch literally every one of your videos. I go, you guys, I was like 2 feet from you in the ocean today. And they go, really? And I go, yeah, I was out there because I heard her talking about how Brittany, and they pulled her over for the little girl. And I was like, I was just like you. I said I was afraid of the ocean when I was little too, but now I get in and I'm not afraid of it anymore. And they were so sweet. They were so nice. So, okay, we got here too early, and check-in is at 4 o'clock, and we knew because the crowds that there was no way that it looks like I have a line across here, but not really. We knew that there was no way that we were going to be able to get in anytime before 4 o'clock. So, we see all these people keep on getting able to check in and stuff, right? So at one point I went to the concierge, so I was like, I just want to make sure that when I get to the room, I have a fan in the room that I can go to bed, okay, and lay down, and then get up and go to dinner. So I go to the concierge, and she's like, well, we can't check to see if there's a fan until such and such, because they have to pull it from this warehouse to put it in the tower that you're in. And I go, well, can't you just call to see if they have a fan? Because if they don't, then I could walk to Walgreens. So there's like a Walgreens right down the street. I said I could walk to Walgreens and get it. And the time she goes, well, I can't tell you what to do. She was like, but, and we won't know until you're in the system, because, like, they might only, whatever, have so many fans or whatever. Okay. At this point, my exhaustion level is probably, and I'm not even lying to you, at like a 7.5 out of 10, okay? And I go, okay, I go, she goes, but you guys should be checking in pretty soon. And this is at like 2 o'clock at this point, and now we've been waiting for 4 hours, okay? And I'm like, okay. She goes, you just need to tell them at the front desk and they'll get you the room, whatever. So this is when we had come back up to, like, because Alex said, let's go check on the room. And I was like, I don't want to get burnt anymore. And he was like, I don't want to get burnt anymore, because we didn't know. I mean, we couldn't see that we had gotten burnt, you know? He got burnt too. So we come up and Alex is like, I'm gonna get a beer. So we went in the bar, and I literally laid on the couch. And it was I was laying on the couch because it was a beautiful bar downstairs. And like everybody at that point was kind of like getting ready to like go out to early dinners and stuff like that. And it was like, at that point then it was probably 3 o'clock, I think 2:33. We sat there for a while and he had a beer. My computer just went dark. Is my video done? Nope, but almost. And so he goes, I'm gonna go check on the fan for you. So he went and checked on the fan. He came over to this tower. They promised him that there would be a fan in the room when we got up here. They're like, don't worry about it. We'll make sure there's a fan. You guys have waited long enough today. It'll be whatever. So, I fall asleep on this couch in the bar. I was so tired, it was so comfortable. There was like little sitting areas, you know, and I fell asleep. And so finally Alex like wakes me up, he goes, sweetie, he goes, the room's ready, and it was 4:45. They couldn't get us in until really late. So we come to the room is gorgeous. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's like an apartment, and I love it. And I'm looking around, there's no fan, and I'm like, I have got to, I'm tired. Like at this point I was like, I'm not making any videos for today. I need to lay down, I need to just relax, I'm tired. But there was no fan. So anyway, Alex walked down to Publix and to get a bunch of snacks and stuff. He goes, you lay down, you make your video, whatever you need to do. I said, okay, fine, I'll make a video while you're gone. And then he goes, and I'll buy you a fan, and just don't worry about it. I was like, okay. So he goes down there and he comes back and he gets all this stuff, and he brings me this fan, and it's like this big. I can't sleep with that, okay? I mean, it's something, but it's, and I go, did you go to Walgreens? He goes, no, I went to Publix. And I go, well, Walgreens, because I'm thinking Walgreens would definitely have a fan, probably like rows of them or something, right? I'm so burning up at this point. Like, I'm burning up right now. You guys have no idea. Do you see how burnt I am? I mean, this always happens on every vacation I go on. I don't know why I'm surprised by now. And I said at least I won't be like pale and looking like, you know, serial killer for the next couple of months now. At least I'll have some color to me. So anyway, so, because I like to be a little tan, you know. I'd like to be tan all year round, honestly. So anyway, back in the days when we used to all go to the tanning bed, do you remember that? And I hate spray tan, so don't even recommend it. But, so I said, okay, so he was unloading the stuff and we were laughing, that's when I was filming, and I had the video up and I was like rendering the video and whatever, and I said, I'm just gonna walk down to Walgreens. Oh, this was what it was. He didn't get any batteries for the fan. He goes, why wouldn't it turn on? I go, because you need batteries for it. Because I think that's the same fan that I reviewed for my review video that you wear around your neck. I think it's the same fan. It was the only one they had at Publix. So I go, I'll just walk down there. Because I'm thinking, I'm going to get the biggest, loudest fan, and I don't care if I have to carry it over my head. I'm carrying nothing back here. Well, I walk all the way down to Walgreens, okay? In my bathing suit, and now I'm chafing my thighs and it hurts, and I'm walking all the way down to Walgreens to get this damn fan, and of course they have no fans. So I get batteries and I come back, we load up the fan, it makes some noise, I'm happy, whatever, right? So that was our day. Now Alex is laying down, I'm finishing up this video, vlogging for a little bit, and then I'm gonna lay down for an hour, and then I'm gonna get up and take a shower, and we're gonna go to dinner somewhere, maybe out down with. There's this gay bar in Miami called Twist that we go to sometimes, so we might go over there. I don't know. He might get tired. I'm getting tired. I don't know where we're gonna eat. I think I might suggest to him tonight that we just go to Ocean Drive and just like walk along there somewhere, because there's cute restaurants. And they're open really, really late, so there won't be like any hurry. The wind is so nice. There's like such a nice wind outside. So listen, now these vlogs while I'm in Florida are not going to be super long, but I am going to vlog and, you know, talk about everything that happens. So anyway, if you're looking for a hotel to stay at in Miami, I will say this is far away. This is in downtown Bayfront area, and it's not South Beach. It's like north of South Beach. I think it's north, but this hotel is gorgeous. But it is definitely like a resort. Like Melissa really wanted to stay here because she's like, I want a resort where I can order room service and stuff. I mean, this is that. This literally looks like the Cosmopolitan to me. So anyway, I'm happy with the hotel. It's really nice. And yeah, and then tomorrow it's supposed to rain here, I guess. But we're thinking about, like, if it rains, just kind of like hanging around in the hotel and walking around and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff to go look at, and maybe like eating a lunch here or something, and then eating a dinner tomorrow. Oh, we're going to dinner tomorrow night with our friend and I think her boyfriend. And then she does not need me. So Alex will be going on Sunday morning super early, and I'll be sleeping in. And by then I should have a fan, because we're on a waiting list with housekeeping to have a fan. Oh, that was what it was. Okay, so by the time that they do have fans here or something. I don't know how this whole system works here. They do have fans, but by the time that we got checked in, everybody, they'd already given out the fans they have. So now we're on a waiting list for tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, then definitely Sunday. But I'm gonna have a fan one of these nights. Anyway, it's just not that deep. But anyway, I'm gonna watch this video back and upload it. And yeah, I will be back in a little while. But like I said, these aren't gonna be super long this on this trip. But anyway, I like to vlog and kind of remember everything. But isn't it so pretty here? Look at that. There's my thumbnail. Now that's a nicer thumbnail, isn't it? Okay. Let's try a different one. Hold on. Isn't that so pretty though out there? All right, you guys, I will be back a little bit later. Bye. Okay, I'm back. So, ooh, what an exciting night. It was actually a very nice night tonight. Do you see it's gonna storm? Let me tell you what happened. So, I got the video uploaded and everything like that. And I went in the bedroom. Our bed is so comfortable. And Alex was laying down. He was like half asleep. He was watching some Avengers movie. And he was almost asleep. And so I said, are you gonna take a nap with me? He goes, no, because I'll be out for the night. And he was like, I wanna, you know, like get up and go out to dinner and stuff because we're gonna go to a club later and whatever. So I set my alarm for like an hour. I think I set it for like 9:45 and then 9:55. It was like an hour and 10 minutes or something like that. And I fell asleep, you guys, so quick. The little fan, I put it like right next to me so I could hear it down here, and it was perfect. So I fell asleep super quick. And I woke up and the alarm was going off and I snoozed it like 3 times. And Alex goes, babe, just turn the alarm off. And I go, well, we need to get up and go to dinner. And he goes, I could totally just sleep through the night. He's like, I am so comfortable. And he was like, I'm so exhausted. And I go, do you wanna just stay in? And he was like, do you care? And I'm like, I don't care, I'll order food in the room and watch my Netflix and talk on the phone and whatever. So, this vlog's gonna take a turn in just a second, so get prepared. So, I said, do you wanna order some food? And he was like, yeah, when you're ready to order it, let me know. And I said, I'm gonna order it in like a half an hour, I wanna take a shower and stuff. So I took a shower. The shower's fantastic here, it's so nice. And then I got out, look, I bought these Champion shorts from Meyer. Look how cute they are. So, I might go get another pair when I get home in a different color. But anyway, I kind of think we weren't supposed to be out tonight. So anyway, I went in there and I said, babe, I'm gonna order food. And he was like, I don't want anything now. I ended up getting him a cheese quesadilla because we have like a microwave and stuff in here and he can warm it up later. I got a grilled cheese and fries in the kids menu. So I was sitting here talking on the phone and we have 2 double doors that go out and they brought it and I didn't hear them. So I had to reorder the food. But I was sitting here tonight and I got a text message from one of my friends. And she said, I'm really sorry to hear about your friend. I heard she passed away today. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning and I didn't even know that my friend had passed away. Like I didn't see it. I don't ever get on Facebook. And I'm crying so hard, I've been crying like. And the funny thing is that she was sitting here with me and she'd be like, she just was so funny and so inspiring and so motivating. And if you've watched my vlog for a while, this is my friend whose son died like 2 years ago. And she's had breast cancer for like 8 years. And she had a double mastectomy, and I was like one of the first people that found out, and we weren't even that close back then. And I'll never forget what she said to me. She said, because like her kids, you know, were like all over the place, and her daughter, who is a very, very dear friend of mine, who is sober and has been sober for several years, just such a neat young lady. Her mom was so proud of her, and she like, her mom was able to have a real relationship with her like I was with my mom before my mom passed. But back in the day, you know, when she got diagnosed, she was out of control and just, and I remember I remember talking to her, and she said, like right after, and she said, I can put everybody else's stuff on the back burner now, and I can take care of myself for the first time in my life. For the first time in my life, I can take care of myself and focus on me. And that was after, like, literally, like, I think a year after my mom had passed away. She's had cancer longer than that. It's been like 10 years, I think, I don't know. And she's gone through so many treatments and tons of chemo. She hasn't had any hair for years. And I remember I saw her, like I hadn't seen her in a while. She travels a lot, and they have a house in the mountains in the Caribbean. And she would go there and she would tell me how it was like her favorite place in the entire world, and she just felt so connected to God, you know? And she'd say, I'm out there and I'm like, you know, alone, and I'm in the pool. They had this like infinity pool that like overlooked the ocean and stuff, and she would say, you know, like I feel God around me in those moments. Like I don't feel alone. She's a woman of very strong faith. And but I ran into her at Whole Foods one day, and I hadn't seen her because she'd been traveling a lot. This is years ago. This truly is like 7 or 8 years ago. And her husband is such a nice guy, and she had had a double mastectomy. And she had talked for a while about getting reconstructive surgery, you know? And I saw her, and she had like a shirt, but it was like, you know, flat, like a boy's shirt. And she had kind of been rather big-breasted. And I sat back and I kind of looked at her. And she goes, they're gone. And she just laughed, you know? She goes, they're gone. And I remember my dad, like one time, like in that moment, I remember my dad telling me, because you know my dad, as a plastic surgeon, a reconstructive surgeon, had like for years done reconstructive breast surgery on women who had had mastectomies and, you know, double mastectomies. And I remember he said to me one time, he said, you know, when you're talking to women that like go through something like that, he said, so many women identify their femininity with their breasts that you have to be very sensitive about that topic. Like it's a huge issue for a lot of women, you know. And I remember just sitting there, and she said her husband didn't care if she had her breasts or not, and she said, you know, I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to go through all of what I have to go through. I just want to be happy. And she had such cool style, and every time I saw her the last couple of winters, she would always have really cool winter coats on, like this. There's that Canadian Geese brand, you know. I mean, expensive coats, but she would say things like, I mean, I'm not going to be here forever, so I'm going to get what I want to get. Like that was kind of her attitude about some things. And she's had this really cool down, like camouflage coat, and she drove like a Jeep Wrangler for a long time, and she just was such a cool woman, you know. She just lived, she did what she wanted to do, and one of the kindest people I've ever met. I was trying to get a hold of her daughter tonight, so I texted her and I said, it is very rare. I said it is very rare in life that you are given the opportunity, or that someone allows you into their life. You are forever profoundly affected by it. And your mother was that for me, and it was a privilege to have known her. Now, she was somebody that would want people to feel their emotions. But she wouldn't want me to be stuck on it, or anybody to be stuck on it. She would really want, she loved that, you know, like for my mom's passing, the one thing I took from that is that life is short, life is fragile, but life is beautiful. Life is so beautiful. She was somebody that really lived life to the fullest, you know. So, I'm gonna miss her. I haven't felt this emotionally moved by something. Like, I cry a lot, you know, but like, I really feel pain tonight. And Rich Lux calls me, literally like I had just found out, and I'm like crying. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm waiting for this food to get here. And he calls me, and he goes, "Girl, did I wake you up?" And I said, "No." Because you sound like you just got up. And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Girl, what's going on?" And I told him, and he like kept me on the phone for like an hour. Like, I even tried to get off the phone, and he was like, "No, you're gonna keep talking to me." I don't really know what else to say, I guess, tonight. I don't feel real inspiring or motivating. I just feel sad. And, I bet she wasn't somebody that would have, you know, wanted her friends and family to be stuck in it. She just wasn't that person at all. I mean, she almost kind of would have been pissed. She would have been kind of like, feel your feelings, but then you need to move on. Life is short. And she fought so hard. She fought so hard. I remember one time we talked about the word survivor. I don't know how I asked her. We were just like, I think we were out to lunch or something, and I said something about being a cancer survivor. She goes, "I hate that word." And I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, "I just hate that word." She goes, "I feel like it gives it so much power." She was like, "I hate it." She was like, "You know, at the end of my life, I hope that all I'm remembered for isn't that, you know?" I think there's a lot of truth to that. But I don't know. I haven't gone through that, and I can't speak to that, you know? But I know one thing for sure, she gave one hell of a fight. I mean, one hell of a fight. So anyway, I've been watching the Boulet Brothers Dragula on Netflix. And I think I'm gonna watch a little bit of that before I go to bed and just rock the table. But yeah, so thank you for letting me get that out. I kind of needed just to it was too late to call Tanya, and you know, Rich is all laughs and stuff like that, and he's, you know, great. He's great. I think that's the one thing people wouldn't probably expect about him is that, or maybe that's just what I have with him. I don't know if other people have that with him in a friendship, you know, but I think people would be surprised that our friendship is as deep as it is, but I think also that, like, he can go there emotionally. He doesn't like to stay there for long periods of time, but he can go there emotionally. So, it was nice. Alright, I'm gonna get off here now, and I hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday. Couldn't remember for a second. Unless you have other plans, but listen, life is short, life is fragile, but life is beautiful. Really live your life today. My friend lived her life every single day. I will remember that. I will take that as an example for how to live my life. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Look at yourself in the mirror every single day and say, I love you. You are important. You are valuable. You are worthy. And most importantly, let somebody else know how much they mean to you. And I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Tonight? Well, I did it again. I slept straight through the night. It is currently 6:08 a.m. on Saturday, so this is Friday's vlog. But I feel really rested, so the reason why it's a problem is not so much that I'm getting up at 6 a.m. and filming my vlog, which I'm sure is strange to a lot of people, but it's not strange to me. Actually, I saw my neighbor yesterday, my new neighbor that moved in. She was like, you have kind of crazy hours. And I said, yeah, and she knew that I like make videos for YouTube. And I was explaining to her what I do, and I said, you know, sometimes I like to go to sleep with Alex, and so like I'll go to sleep with Alex, and then I'll wake up and be like, oh my god, I forgot, you know, I still have to go vlog, and so I'll go outside and I'll vlog and whatever. And she was like, oh, she was like, that's so much fun that you get to do that. And I was like, yeah, I love it, you know. So anyway, it wouldn't really be a problem today because I would go back home and maybe go back to sleep for a couple hours, although I'm weirdly like awake. And I think the reason is because I literally got 7+ hours of sleep. I slept straight through the night. I mean, I was out. I remember like Alex and he like put his hand across my chest, and we were like talking about today or Saturday, and I turned like, and I was like, good night babe, love you, and I like turned over and I was out. Like I don't remember anything after that, and he was on his phone when I told him good night. So it is cold in Indianapolis. It is 30 degrees. Oh, but the reason why like it usually wouldn't matter, but today it does, is because today is Carlitos' birthday party, which is at 2 p.m. And I'm meeting Alex there because he has like work stuff he has to do today. And then I got some water before I left. I was so thirsty for water. You know, and of course I want to make videos and stuff. So we've got to figure out a time to do that because we're apparently going to his birthday party at 2 o'clock. I'm sure that will probably go 2 hours, 3 hours, and then we're supposed to go back over to Carlos and Liliana's for like to hang out and do like birthday cake or something over there. So it'll end up being this very long deal. Well, I also have my audiobook that I have to listen to. And so my plan had been to really drive around tonight, Saturday night, and listen to like 4 hours of it. That had been my plan, to listen to 4 hours on Saturday night and 4 hours on Friday night, sorry, and 4 hours on Saturday night, and then have the whole thing done. I know there are some people that are like so confused right now, like what day it is and whatever, watching this. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It's like Janis Joplin said, it's all the same effing day, man. But you know, like, I was gonna listen to 4 hours on Friday night. I was gonna get my vlog done early, and then, because that's why I laid down at like 10:30 and something like that, and I was gonna lay down from 10:30 to like 11:30, I think is when I set my alarm, and then get up, and I was gonna vlog from like 11:30 to 12:30, and then I was going to listen to my audiobook till like 4:30 in the morning. And then tonight, I was gonna listen to like another 4 hours throughout the day, and then I'd have the book done. Well, now I've screwed myself because it is the day before the live stream. We may have to move the live stream. I just don't know how I'm possibly gonna get this book done in 24 hours. I don't know. I need to talk to Mel about it today. I mean, it's not like it's a huge ordeal. There's only like 30 people that come to the live stream, which is great. You know, I mean, I've never in a million years thought I'd ever have a book club that had that, you know, 30 to 50 people that attend. Here's my coffee lip balm. There's like 2,000 people that are active, like, well, 2,000 people in the book club. And of course, not everybody reads the book every month, but there's quite a few people that read the book that just don't come to the live stream. I would do the live streams on YouTube since I figured that out. But last time we guested a bunch of people. That water tastes so good. But last time we guested a bunch of people. And I want to be able to do that again, and you cannot do that on YouTube Live anymore. Plus, I can kind of like moderate what's going on a little bit easier. The fact that it's smaller, I don't know, keeps it just a little bit nicer. So, because it doesn't go so fast, you know. So that's supposed to be on Sunday at 4 p.m. I'm gonna have to talk to her today and see what we're gonna do. I don't want to go into it just not having finished the book. I like the book. I just don't know that there's any way that I can possibly get it done. That means I have to listen to 9 hours in 24 hours. I just don't know that if there's any possible way that I can get that done. So anyway, but I had kind of planned that on Saturday I wasn't sure that I was going to make videos anyway because of Carlitos' birthday party, and I just kind of wanted to be with family and stuff. So I was like, well, maybe I'll just take the day. But on Friday, because I was so busy, I had like all this sobriety stuff to do on Friday. I was like, I had like this commitment in the early evening, and then I was had to meet with a friend of mine in the afternoon. And I was like, well, maybe, but I ended up making videos on Friday. So, okay, what did I do? I got up, and like I said, this vlog, did I say this already? This vlog is not going to be super long. It just can't be, you guys, today, because I have too many things. I'm on my way currently, well, I'm in the direction of, whenever I finish vlogging, I'll probably go in there and do it. I'm in the direction of going to get Carlitos' birthday present. Alex already got him something. He got him a bunch of Spider-Man stuff, apparently, when he was at Target. So Alex got off work yesterday, and he went over and picked up Sarah, and then they went to Target, and he bought Carlitos' birthday present. He was gonna get it from both of us, but I was like, no, I want to get him something too. So when he was there, he FaceTimed Carlitos and like was showing him stuff, and I was like, well, that makes it real exciting for the kids. So he got him like the Spider-Man stuff. He really wants a remote control car, so I think I'm gonna get him a remote control car, is what I'm gonna do. People are up and early at Denny's this morning. So yeah, that's the direction I'm going in. But anyway, what was I gonna say? So this is gonna have to be a short vlog today. I got up on Friday and I'm trying to think of what I did. Oh, like I got up and I took the dogs out, gave PP his medication, and then I had to like leave and get out of the house because I had to go meet up with my friend. And so I went and met up with my friend for coffee. And then I had a bunch of errands to run after that. My day seemed to go so quick because I didn't leave there until like 3, and then I had to be at this recovery commitment thing at 5, and so it was like my day went super fast. I came home in between and I filmed. Did I do it afterwards or before? No, I did it afterwards. After so like I did this thing, it was like an hour long. It's like an hour and a half long. And then I got home about 6:45 and I filmed a video for my Peter Mon channel, and then I filmed a video for my Peterisms channel, and I wanted to do a review video, but I didn't get to it. And not enough hours in the day. That's how I feel. I was thinking about this yesterday because I announced my book and my Peterisms channel that, so I'm going to start doing this like every month on my Peterisms channel. I'm going to read a book. There's going to be like, it's like kind of like a read-along, not necessarily like a book club, but like a read-along. Self-help or motivational book. And so for November, I'm reading The 4 Agreements, and by Don Miguel Ruiz. I've never read it before. I heard it was fantastic. And but I was thinking about like how in my life I've had people like criticize me and be like, you're always starting things, you're always like new ideas, and you sometimes like don't like your ideas never come to fruition, but a lot of times they do. A lot of my ideas that I've started, like a book club or like a vlog or whatever, have taken on a life of their own, or YouTube. When I started doing YouTube on BookTube, that was like when I was committed to like posting regularly. I never thought, and I mean, I never in a million years thought that it would turn into this, where it literally became my life. I just really had no idea. And that was just 3.5 years ago. So it's crazy how, much your life can change in such a short amount of time. I posted this picture yesterday on my Instagram, and I was like, can't wait to be back. It was like from Miami, and I was like, can't wait to be back in Miami, or be back in Miami next week or something. Will be our second home, hopefully very soon or something. Oh my God, I got so many people from like my personal life that called me and was like, are you moving? Did you not tell us something? Blah, 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 whatever. Like Melissa texted me and she was like, are you moving to Miami? What's going on? I was like, Melissa, we were just at your house last night. Don't you think we would have told you? And, but we have kind of been on the down low looking at houses, and it's been very exciting. We have some areas picked. And we kind of did anyway. That we, like, areas that we were looking at. I would love to be right in South Beach. But that's just not realistic. It's just too expensive. And as much as I like that Brickell area, which is one of the areas that we looked at, I just don't know that we can afford that. Like, I just think, I mean, I just don't want to be house poor for a second home, you know, that we're not going to be in all the time. And it's not really in an area that you could Airbnb it. I mean, you could, but I don't know that. I don't know. And that's not really what I want to do with a place anyway. Like, if I have my own second place, like, I want to have my own second place that I can go to whenever I want. But so anyway, yeah, I don't think I really want to say a whole lot more about that right now. But we are seriously starting to look at some places. The other thing is that we would never move completely from Indianapolis. We would go back and forth. PB had a great day today. He was weird. I don't know if maybe it's the weather or now he's used to it or what. But he woke up today and what is this sandwich called? It says, is it called a Pilgrim? It's like all turkey. The Pilgrim it is. And it's like, oh, a Thanksgiving feast in every bite. And it's cranberry sauce and turkey and at the Get Go gas station. They should sponsor my channel, the Get Go, for me sending people to go eat their Thanksgiving feast sandwich. See, that's like something that sounds good if I wasn't a vegetarian. But like turkey almost sounds worse to me though than a cheeseburger, in all honesty. PB did great today. I think he coughed like once the entire day, and he was super active and he was running around in the backyard. I don't know if maybe he's just, now it's 34 degrees, that's so weird. Maybe he is just used to the weather. I think what happened was the night before I had felt bad for him because he just seemed so hungry, and he doesn't like that food. So I gave him like a huge plate of Boo and Tucker's food, and he literally ate it down in like 2 seconds. And I think it just made him sick. I think like he was like his little stomach couldn't handle it, and I thought I was doing something right, you know. He just hates that food that he eats. Like, he hates it. Like, tonight we put it down and he wouldn't eat it. And you know what was so funny was, I stood in the kitchen finally and I was like, PB, I was like, that food is perfectly fine. You need to eat your food, PB. And he looked up at me and then he started eating the food. When I stood right there, he ate it. Like, ate it. And, like, not like just nibbled around it, but like he ate it. But then he did that for like 5 minutes, and then he looked up at me and he like walked away. And like half the plate was left. I was like, damn it, baby. You know, and our vet had always said, she said, I would rather have a lean dog with heart disease than a heavy dog with heart disease. So, you know, she's always happy with his weight, but I don't want him to get thin. Like, I don't want him, you know. And PB's never been heavy, and he's never been super thin. So, but he's doing much better today. He was running around the backyard and chasing his brothers, and then I had to, like, he's so funny. At one point, like, Boo and Tucker came inside, and I was like, PB. I was like, come on, PB, let's go inside. Let's have treats. And he just, like, looked at me. And so I, like, walked inside, and I was, like, doing some other stuff, and I came back out there, because, like, he just walked around the backyard, and I go, PB, I go, come on, we gotta have treats, let's go. And he just, like, stopped and looked at me, and then he kept on, like, sniffing the grass. So I let him keep on walking around. I went back out there like 3 or 4 minutes later. And I go, PB, I go, you better come on. And he just stopped and looked at me, and I go, okay, I guess no treats then. And he came like running inside. It was so funny. so weird, you know, like, Alex said to me yesterday, he said, I'm starting to worry that maybe PP is starting to wind down. You know, that they, because, like, a lot of what we've read, I need to stay off those articles, but, like, my vet always tells me that. She's like, every situation is completely different. Do not read articles about that stuff, but, you know, they'll say, oh, dogs with heart disease start to wind down, and they get real lethargic at the end, and they lose their appetite, you know, it's like, so I pick, you know, and choose symptoms that PP has, and put them all together, and basically say, well, it's over, you know, and then I get real worried, and real stressed out, and so Alex was like, yesterday, he was like, because PP just didn't seem himself at all. And he was like, I think maybe he's starting to wind down. And Alex got real upset. And I was like, oh, I'm not ready for this. You know, I'm just not. I'm not ready for my life to change that drastically, I guess. And, I mean, we don't have any control, you know, over when pets go. I get so many, you know, comments in the comment sections from you guys. It just breaks my heart for you when you're like, oh my, you know, I lost my dog today, or, and I always feel so horrible for you guys, you know, and I mean, I know it's a part of of life, you know, but so anyway, I was worried I was going to wake up and he was going to be 10 times worse than he had been on Thursday, but that wasn't the case. So he was 100% better, and I was very happy about it. And he's doing good this morning, because right before I left, I took them out, and he just leaped off the bed to go outside, and I took him outside, and then I gave him his morning medicine stuff, so. Anyway, I was singing that Donna song for Alex. I was like, oh, Donna. He was like, I was like, do you know that song? He was like, no. And, I'd actually downloaded it like a couple weeks ago, and so I have it like on my iPad, or what do you call it when it's in your phone? Just your iTunes? Is that what you call it? Just your iTunes? I was like, here, I'm gonna play it for you. He was not impressed, and I was standing up and I was like swaying it, and I was using it as like a microphone, and I had a girl and I wasn't there. But my favorite part of this song, what's my favorite part? Well, it's not till the very end. I didn't realize it till I was listening to the song. It's like the last 30 seconds. So then I was like, do you know Richie Valens? And he was like, didn't he die in a plane? And I go, is that all you know about Richie Valens? And he goes, well, what do you know? And I go, didn't you see the movie? And he goes, what movie? And then I couldn't remember what the movie was called, you guys, and I had to like look it up. And I couldn't remember it, and I looked up Richie Valens movies. Well, apparently, to my idiocy, Richie Valens was like in a ton of movies, like in the 50s or 60s or whatever, you know, like Elvis was. And so it pulled up all of those movies, and I was like, what was that? And then all of a sudden it pulled up Lou Diamond Phillips' picture, and I was like, yes, Lou Diamond Phillips, that's who it is. And it was La Bamba, and I had totally forgot that it was da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, la-la-la-la-la-la Bamba. So I said to Alex, this is truly what it is like living with me, just so you know. So for you 14 haters that dislike my video every day, this is what it would be like for you all the time. But anyway, I was like, do you know that movie? And he was like, what movie? And I was like, la 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 Bamba. I know I missed or added a few laws in there. But anyway, I hope I got one of my haters to at least smile just a little bit, because y'all are so bitter. But anyway, better! He said, of course I know that movie. I go, well, you don't know Donna. He goes, well, who's Donna? And I go, Donna was his girlfriend in the movie. He goes, he died in a plane accident. I go, I know he died in a plane accident, Alex, but he had a girlfriend, her name was Donna, and he wrote a song for her. Was she his wife or something? I can see her in the movie. Whatever happened to Lou Diamond Phillips? So Alex and I tonight, I got done with my videos. He came home. I did not start my diet today. I'm sure it's a real surprise to people. And I'm real let down over it. But anyway. I was like, well, maybe Monday. Anyway. Maybe Monday in June. I mean, it's just a joke, isn't it? So anyway. I got food. Not healthy food either. I got Burger King. And so anyway, and sat there and ate, and he had all this chili, and we watched both episodes, the last 2 episodes of American Horror Story that we hadn't watched. It's so still on the, I was at the end and didn't even know it. It's so still on the lake this morning. But we watched both episodes of American Horror Story that we hadn't seen, and yeah, it was good. I might have gotten Burger King and a Crunchwrap Supreme. A black bean Crunchwrap Supreme. And my husband might have had several bowls of chili and 2 cookies from Melissa's. Look, it was Friday night. Anyway. So, yeah, so we watched American Horror Story. I'm trying to think what the episodes were. They were good. It just doesn't seem very cohesive to me this season. I'll have to say, this is one of the seasons, American Horror Story. It's called 1984 if you're not watching it. And it's basically like modeled after like 80s horror movie, of which you know I love. And like I was really excited about it when it started, and I'm not excited about it now. Like it's okay. Like I enjoy watching it, and I enjoy it. I enjoy having a show together that Alex and I watch. He really doesn't like the season, and but I'm just not that excited about it. I just don't think it's that good. I find myself talking about other stuff. Like we were sitting there, we both love Billie Lourdes, I think is her name. And so he was like, he said something about her tonight. And I said, I love her. I said, she's fantastic. She was in Scream Queens too. And he was like, she just came out of nowhere. And I said, she's one of the richest women in Hollywood. And he goes, what? And I go, she's one of the richest women in Hollywood. And he said, we have this argument every time, he forgets who she is. And he goes, from doing Scream Queens in this show, no she's not. And I go, her mother was Carrie Fisher, and her grandma was Debbie Reynolds. I don't know why I can always never remember it's Debbie Reynolds. And I said, I think she and her brother split the inheritance or something like that. Or she and Carrie Fisher's brother split the inheritance or something like that. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah. I go, Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia from Star Wars. He's like, I know. He was so cute tonight. Alex had all the dogs around him. But then because all the dogs, Boo and Tucker were like right together. It was so cute. But because so he sits down and then he puts a blanket over his lap. And then the dogs like all sit on the blanket around him. But then he thinks that is a reason to have me go get him things. So he was like, I have some sprees in there. But he said they were sweet tarts. He was like, I have some sweet tarts in there. Can you get those for me? And I went in there. And I was like, you mean sprees? He was like, yeah, sprees. Can you get me my sprees? I was like, yeah, sure. Then he was like, can you give me another blanket? Like, is there anything else you want me to do? Because you can't get up. He's like, I have the dogs. He kept on going, I have the dogs. Oh, man. I met a girl. Oh, that's my favorite part where it goes, oh, Jana. But that's at the very end, in case you want to know. It's like literally in the last 30 seconds. We went to a friend's house the other night that's like up the street, and we came from the other way, like down here, coming this way, and I never go down there. Like, I always turn around in this church, which is like out in the middle of nowhere anyway. If you live in Indianapolis, I'm in Oak Landon right now, which I have no reason to drive to Oak Landon, right? It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So, but it's like the backside of Geist, which is where I grew up. So if you go down here, there's like a gas station and like strip malls and stuff like that. So we came from that direction and we were going over here, and Alex said something about where, he goes, oh, I know where we are now. He was like, you know, me and so-and-so used to go to lunch over here all the time because Alex used to do a bunch of work stuff over here. And I was like, oh yeah. And all of a sudden we passed this church and I was like, that's that church that I turn around in all the time. It's at 800, the street is 800, like 800 North or something. I can't see what it says, 800 Northwest or something. And I thought it said Boo on it. I was like, oh my God, it's Boo Street. That's so hilarious. And all of the corn is gone out here. Whenever I tell Alex that, like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I vlog out here. And he'll be like, you vlog out here? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you come out all the way out here and vlog. And I'm like, yeah, where do you think I vlog? Around our neighborhood? Like 200 times or something? I just got the biggest craving for a Dr. Pepper. I don't even know why. Doesn't that sound so good though right now, a Dr. Pepper? You're probably like, no. Why would you just randomly think of that? Because I do. It sounds delicious to me. I want to get a bunch of Christmas candles and Christmas stuff. I don't know when I want to put up the Christmas decorations this year. Well, really, it's just my little tree. But I might buy some other things this year and put it up too. But I don't want the house to be too cluttered. Although the other day I said to Alex, did he bring it up or did I bring it up? Because we were talking about getting new sheets. I love that comforter. I love so much. We might need to get like another one in a different color or something, so that when we clean them, we can just put the new one on. But he said, I was thinking about getting some new sheets, and I said, do you want to get another pair of sheets? Because I really liked that brand of jersey sheets I got. And that's what I meant. And he was like, yeah, do you want to get flannel? And I go, flannel? And he was like, I haven't had flannel sheets in forever, but I like flannel looking sheets that are jersey, you know? And he was like, yeah, you know, and because I had said to him, I said to him like a month or two ago, like, could we get some flannel sheets? Because I like how they look, and I think they're cute and masculine and stuff. And he was like, yeah, he was like, we can get some flannel sheets. And then the other day, he like mentioned it. He was like, are we going to get the flannel sheets? And I was like, well, we can. I can't believe that, like, I don't know what just made me think of this, that like every day of my dad's life, like he's been up for like 2 hours already. Like I know if I went to my dad's house right now, like he would have like read the newspaper, had like his first 2 cups of coffee for the day, and be like completely showered and dressed for the day, even on a Saturday. My dad was never like the type that, like, when he went into work, my dad is a super sharp dresser, and when I was a kid, he like went to Chicago and he got his suits from this store called Mark Shale in Chicago, and my dad always wore the coolest suits. Like in the winter, I just remember he had the most beautiful suits, and they were like, you know, all these tweeds, and you know, and then he would have just really pretty ties, and he always just looked like a college professor, you know, at Yale or something like that. And he wears little round rim glasses and stuff. And so anyway, my dad, my dad loves clothes, and he's just, but like those kind of clothes, you know? He's just a sharp dresser. But, you know how like some people, like I can remember like when I was talking to Caroline, my cousin Caroline, about her dad, my Uncle Dave, and she would say, you know, Dad every day, no matter what, gets up and he puts on like khakis and like a button-down collared shirt, you know? Well, that is not my dad. That is not my dad. My dad is very much, like he gets up every day and takes a shower. He like gets up, reads the paper. My dad reads like every day, like the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, every single day. And drinks his coffee. And then probably read some other book. My dad's always reading some obscure book about something that you would never, he goes to the bookstore and he buys like, he only reads nonfiction, and he buys like, you know, 5 or 10 books on topics that you have never heard of before about things. He just reads everything random. So when we go and see him, he's always telling us about, you know, something completely random about like, this religious organization, you know, in this island that nobody's ever heard of. Not religious organization, but religious group or whatever, you know, or it'll be about a certain way to like, you know, make tea, or some animal that's extinct or something. He's always reading about all these like just really random things. But anyway, but like on the weekends, my dad would get up, you know, and he would, showered and ready, but he would always just like in the summer, you know, put on like shorts and a t-shirt. My dad always, so this idea of me collecting t-shirts wherever I go, my dad did it. And it wasn't so much like a thing that he collected. I wouldn't say that he collected them. He just always bought t-shirts wherever he went. So like, you know, my entire childhood was filled with my dad. My dad has worn Patagonia since I can remember. And he always would wear these like grayish or khaki Patagonia shorts that were kind of like mid-thigh. But they were like sailor shorts, because, you know, my dad always was on a boat. And because he had his own sailboat, and then he just was always on sailboats. He did like a lot of like medical missionary work on sailboats and stuff like that. So then he would have a t-shirt on top of it that would say like Honduras, or, you know, St. Thomas or something, you know. He had all these t-shirts, mostly from like the Caribbean, that he would wear. And that he would get grabbed in the airport or whatever, or some bar that, you know, like restaurant, like in these places. My dad was like such a cool guy. He, and you know, he was single for a long time too, and he really enjoyed, I think, being single. And I mean, he enjoys being with my stepmom, but I think the time that he was single, he enjoyed it, because every winter, it would scare my mom to death. This was after they were separated, but he would go to Banff, Alberta, Canada. I think that's correct. And he would hike in the Canadian Rockies by himself. I have several t-shirts from when I was a kid that said Banff on them, and he did too. But he would hike there when he was a kid, or when I was a kid, by himself. He would go up there for like 2 or 3 weeks. He actually dated this girl for a while that he met up there, and she was from New Zealand, and she was like one of the editors on the movie The Man from Snowy River. But anyway, she was like a world traveler. That was before like people just had like a backpack and traveled, I remember. He was so excited. She came to like visit. She stayed for an extended period of time, and we like watched that movie, which I don't think I ever really understood. But anyway, and at the very end, her name was in the credits. But my dad, that was when he did a lot of traveling like that. That's when he did like a lot of the medical work, like in Honduras and places like that. My mom would be like, I can't believe that he's taking all these risks. That was when he went to the US Open. So, okay. My dad, so I come from a big tennis family. Like, my family loves tennis. So my dad went to the US Open one year, but he wanted to get like courtside. So he made up these, he bought a huge, my dad loves cameras, he always has. And so he had just bought this brand new Nikon camera, I think it was. And he had this like huge, what do you call it? Like neck thing. It was like this big, you know? And it was like one of these, it was like, this is in the 70s. This was like 78, right? And it was like, it looked like a camera strap, but that was like woven, like hippie woven, you know what I mean? It was very artsy and colorful. And he like grew a beard out so that he looked like just some like random photographer that was like, you know, and then he had these like jean cutoff shorts on, and like he has pictures of himself at his house, like, okay, and like these huge tube socks pulled up, and then he had on like just some t-shirt that said like St. Thomas or something on it, and he went with this huge camera, and he literally, I mean, this is back in the day, like today you couldn't do it probably, you know, but he made this like I can't, like Sports Illustrated or something like that. He made a press pass and laminated it. He laminated it and everything, and he went there and got courtside and literally got pictures of these guys courtside and at the US Open in New York City, and has pictures of him like, you know, down on one like, you know, knee like this, like taking pictures and stuff that people took of him. That's so funny that my dad did that. My dad is somebody that is like totally unafraid. Like he is unafraid and really, and we talk a lot about this word unbothered. Like he is really unbothered. Like it's funny how it has changed for him though over time. Like when I was younger, you know, like he would get really incensed is not really the word, but like, you know, if you told him something, he would get kind of heated about it. Not really heated, but like, okay, this isn't okay, and blah, blah, blah. He just isn't like that today. Like, if you tell him something, you know, he's just like, he just kind of laughs, you know, he's like, okay, you know, like, he just doesn't give things any time or energy that he doesn't care about, if that makes sense. Like, he loves his dog, he loves my stepmom, he loves me, he loves Alex, he loves the house, he loves being on the water, he loves his work. Other than that, he loves to read, he loves to travel. Other than that, he doesn't pay it a whole lot of attention. He just doesn't, you know? My jaw is hurting, I don't know why. Boo Radley is always the last dog to wake up, usually. Well, Pee-Pee has been the last couple days, but Boo Radley usually is. And Tucker's always the first one to wake up. But tonight, Boo Radley, I had to wake him up to take them outside. And Boo Radley was crying while he was dreaming. He was like, you know, running in his sleep. And he was like, Well, it was so cute. What do you think dogs dream of? You think they just dream of like running outside or chasing birds or eating snacks? Or when you think about the fact that like our dogs or cats or pets or whatever, they know us, and they kind of recognize probably some people on the street or friends or family that we have that come by, and that's the limitation of their world, you know? Although, like, as much as dogs seem to understand, I really think they understand a lot more than we give them credit for. I also think that dogs watch TV. I don't think they understand it, but I think they actually can see images. Like, I was reading something, and it said a long time ago, and it said that dogs can't see, like, the images that are on a TV. And then I read something recently. Is that a new strip mall? What is that? What is that? Oh, I've got to go see what this is. This is a Tide Cleaners drive-thru? What is that? I want to go there. I might have to try that for my review channel. But, then I read something recently and it said that dogs do know what is, this is like a brand new thing. It's kind of back here, kind of hard to get to though. That they do know, like when they're watching TV, what they're seeing. Which is funny because like our dogs watch TV. Boo Radley has no clue what's on that TV. But PP kind of watches it and he kind of goes like this and watches it, you know? Tide Cleaners. I don't get it. Drive-through entrance. Do you think it's like you drop your clothes off? It's gotta be. I'm gonna look it up because I wanna know. I wanna know if she really loves me. Oh my God, they're everywhere. Dry cleaning and laundry. Wash and fold. Tide Cleaners planning to open 5 indie area franchises. Why can't I get to the article? I don't want to leave a comment. It says you must be logged in to leave a comment. I don't care to be I don't care. I just want to read the article. What's the problem? Tide Cleaners provides personalized washing, folding, dry cleaning, and alterations. The future of laundry care, brought to you by America's #1 trusted brand. What are people going back to all of that? Like, oh, there's a little dog park in there. How cute is that by that apartment complex? But I will tell you what's funny is, it seems like it was so long ago that we didn't have a washer and dryer. Do you remember that period of time that we didn't have a washer and dryer? And we had to go to the laundromat, which I quite frankly loved going to the laundromat. Nowadays, it seems like, well, I don't right now, because our washer and dryer is so fast that like, I put a load of wash in, and then I get it done, and then that's it. But it seems like I do a load of wash like every single day. I do something. Whether it's towels and linens. Actually, I need to do towels. We have so many towels, though. We don't have so many towels to clean. We have so many towels, period. So like we clean them, and then we put them, you know, away. And then we have more towels that we bring out, because we always buy towels. It seems like whenever there's like a sale like on nice towels, like, well, Alex is good about that, about buying towels. I usually buy like the bedding, and he buys towels. So yeah. But I used to like always, like once we got the washer and dryer, I would always have something in the washer or the dryer, and you know, be like running it. I don't so much. I wonder if that place is open, that Brian's place. It's interesting to me that a lot of these like brunch places are not open at 5 till 7 on Saturday morning. I'm really kind of surprised by that. I think Patachou's open by now. It's at the end and I didn't know it. I said this was gonna be short, and look, it ended up being long. I'm awake now. I don't think that I'm gonna be able to go back to bed, which is fine, because then I can just make my videos for the day that I wanna make and stuff. But, part of the problem is I don't know what I'm gonna make my videos about just yet. Well, I could drive around and listen to my audiobook. God knows I need to do that, so. What is with all this crazy construction? Anyway, I think I'm gonna get off here now and just make this a little bit shorter, and I'll try to vlog longer tomorrow, you guys. Oh my God, this huge detour. What does it say? I'm gonna go this way, because I don't know how to go that way around. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here now, and listen to, I guess, my audiobook. I wanna get a Dr. Pepper. And I've gotta go, oh, I've gotta buy Carlitos' birthday present. I still have to go do that. So anyway, I'm gonna go to the Meijer and do that. I hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday, unless you have other plans. But like I always say, do not have other plans. Enjoy your day, make the most of it. Do something today. Are you kidding me? This road is closed too. I feel like I'm stuck in a Twilight Zone. Anyway, do something today, road closed to through traffic. Do something today that that you're gonna look back on and be proud of, or happy that you did. You're exchanging a day of your life for it. Life is not a dress rehearsal. And make sure that you look in yourself in the mirror. Back up. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and you say to yourself, I love you, you are valuable, you are important. Important. And you allow yourself to know your own self-value and your own self-worth. You gotta start telling ourselves that on a daily basis. And most importantly, make sure that you pass it on to somebody else and let them know that they are important to you. Live your life with compassion, love, and kindness. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!